What are Canada's control foreign corp rules like?
Okay, well, that's an interesting question. There's two, when you're talking about CFC rules, there's two different streams here. One are the CFC rules, which are being brought in all over the world. And we're something about what we already talked about a little bit, as to what's happening in the world. So the reason for CFC rules are to prevent they really were targeted at multinationals who, with a lot of subsidiaries, who were taking advantage of the lowest tax or no tax, and not paying tax in their home countries. And you can think about all the big ones, Facebook, all of them. And legally, this is not illegal. There's nothing improper about what they're doing. They're doing what they're being aggressive, but they're not crossing the line. They just have to change the rules. So they're completely in compliance. All the big ones, Facebook, all of them. Amazon, all of these guys, they're all that. And that's what the world is bringing in these rules, so that basically they can't do this, and that their home countries will get, actually not just their home countries, but all the world will get a share of their taxes, instead of them just paying, creating some subsidiary somewhere. So the CFC rules in Canada is the same. Now, it's focused. It really was focused on the big movers in the world, of which there are tremendous inequities in taxes. But it captured the small guys too, because it's still the same rules. If you're a Canadian company, if you're an offshore company with subsidiaries, if you're a Canadian company with subsidiaries, you could have one subsidiary that just does a little bit of business, but you're still going to get caught by the same rules. So, and the rules are that they're going to want to get their fair share of the tax. Now, there is another issue to look at when you're talking about foreign controlled corporations. And that's, you could have a foreign corporation, let's say a Panama corporation, that is, the heart and mind is in Canada. So Canada looks at heart and mind of the management of the corporation. If heart and mind is determined to be in Canada, that company will be taxed as a non-resident Canadian corporation. That means it gets the highest tax rate. It doesn't get, which is about 35%, as opposed to the small business tax rate, which is less than half of that. So if you get caught in that, and they push that really hard, they'll look at where the heart and mind is. That's one test. Where's heart and mind of the control of the corporation? The other test is permanent establishment. Do you have a physical presence in Canada? Is there an office? Is there a building? Is there a warehouse? And interestingly enough, for e-commerce businesses, digital businesses that are completely digital, which is an interesting thing, if the servers are in Canada, that's enough to get to make you taxable. And most digital businesses don't realize that they don't really think about where their physical servers are. I don't know what if the U.S. does that too, because there's a lot of the servers for these businesses in the U.S. I don't know if if they also do the same thing, but Canada does. They'll look at physically, if you're selling online, do you have warehouses in Canada? Where's the fulfillment? Where's the logistics? A lot of the warehouses are here because of our dollar and because it's much cheaper here than anywhere else. So that's quite a question when you're talking about foreign control and taxation. And again, you have to look at the specifics, but you have to really look at it because you can be caught unawares. And, the government can come at you 4 years later and, all this interest. And, if they come after you, you have to fight them. You have to pay the lawyer. If they lose, they don't pay your legal fees. So, you have to really look into that carefully, really examine your business to see if there's any way you're going to get caught on the Canadian tax or US tax or anywhere else that you don't want to be.
Please subscribe, like, share, and comment below. Our books and upcoming event are available at htj.tax. Email us at help@htj.tax to engage us, to advise on international tax or business matters.